Kia ora koutou, nau mai, haere mai, hello and welcome to Flourishing through Positive Education. My name is Natalie Calder, the founder of Being Education Learning to Flourish and the author of the Classroom Connections project. Today I'm going to share with you a little bit about me and my journey to positive education and well-being. Thank you for joining me here today. Educators, you are the architects of change, standing against rising rates of depression and anxiety amongst our youth. The aim of Being Education is to design well-being resources for teachers. These resources are based upon the science of positive education and give children the tools and techniques to cope with life's stresses and struggles, meaning teachers have a marked decrease in behaviour and engagement problems. My journey in education and well-being has been a lifelong adventure. Growing up, my mum always believed in the potency of optimism and a higher power, which allowed me to be open to the fact that there's more to life than meets the eye. Fast forward to 2014. I'd been teaching for a long time and I was preparing to go back after a stint of maternity leave. However, I had a real yearning for a deeper connection to life and to make a real difference for the children in my classroom, which led me to extend my maternity leave, and I began researching success and happiness. Eventually after this I did return to work, but I brought with me a newfound focus, balance and happiness as markers of success, rather than the material things that we sometimes get confused about. I started designing lessons and resources centred around providing tools for students to cope with life's ups and downs, realising the impact it could have on both students and educators. However, as you know, life is always throwing curveballs, and in 2017 my beloved dad passed away really suddenly, and it gave me actually a really good look at how we do best cope with tragedies in our lives. So I had a real chance to really try the things that I'd been learning about and just see how that would help me to deal with what I was going through. And you know what? It really, really did. And it just really showed me that the importance of learning these skills and tools and techniques, working out what works for us so that we can use them when we need them. So later on that same year, I embraced some more learning. I did a life coaching diploma, followed by meditation and mindfulness teacher training in 2020, and also did a children's yoga teacher training. However, the real game changer for me happened at a wellbeing conference that I attended here in Christchurch, here in New Zealand, where I was introduced to positive education. It was a revelation that changed my life and also my classroom practice. I was so eager to deepen my knowledge, I pursued a certificate in positive psychology in 2021 and 2022. What I really loved about positive education is the focus on flourishing. I love the emphasis on happiness, well-being and positivity. Learning about topics including optimism, positive emotions, positive connections with others, leadership, character strengths. It was actually something that gives practical tools for life, and that was exactly what I was looking for myself, but for the children in my classroom. So that's when it got really exciting. I looked around everywhere, but I was just unable to find a holistic program that resonated. There was lots of sort of one-size-fits-all kind of programs out there. There was mindfulness or lessons in growth mindset, and those are great tools, but they don't always fit with every child. And I was looking for something that could give a really holistic approach that would mean that each child in the class would have at least one or two things or tools that they could use when they needed them. And I couldn't find it, so I decided to create one myself. And thus, the Classroom Connections project was born. It's divided into three parts: self, others, and the wider world. This project offers an array of tools and techniques catering to the diverse learning styles and needs within a classroom. And it focuses on learning about yourself, learning about your relationships with others, and then what impact do we want to make on the wider world. So the Classroom Connections project was born, and with that, this signalled the birth of my company, Being Education, Learning to Flourish. A reflection of my belief that education should delve into who we are rather than merely just what we do. It's this missing piece that I believe contributes to the struggles many of us face. As educators, we have an obligation to equip our children with survival tools early on, rather than waiting until they find themselves in deep struggles. You know, the whole ambulance at the bottom of the cliff scenario. As we wrap up this brief journey into my life and work, I invite you to join me in the ongoing exploration of positive education. It's not just a profession for me, it's a passion and a mission. Stay tuned for more insights, tools and techniques to foster well-being in our classrooms. Check out the videos below for lots of ideas on how you can bring positive education into your classroom, as well as check me out on Facebook and Instagram at Being Education NZ. I'm always posting lots of great ideas for you to use there. And for free resources or to order your copy of the Classrooms Connections project, visit my website www.beingeducation.co.nz. Thanks so much for joining me here today, and I look forward to this journey in positive education with you. Ka kite.